When I was a small kid, a major treat for us was to be able to buy sweets or to buy bread. But nobody was available to give you that money to go and buy sweets, so we had to earn it. And I learned that if you worked in somebody else's coffee farm and got paid either to till the ground or to harvest coffee, that you could get paid enough money for you to go and buy a loaf of bread or a cake or some sweets. So my mother came up with an ingenious mechanism to keep us away from constantly running off to go and work elsewhere. She divided up tasks in our home so that you did the task that was equal to your age. For example, in my case, if I were 11, I would have to till around 11 coffee plants before I could say that I have done enough work. Or if we are picking up coffee, we had cans that were measured out, that you had to finish a certain quantity or in order for you to be allowed to go and work elsewhere. And so we would finish off our task very quickly and run off to go make money. So my mother came up with a variation of the rule that before we could work in other farms, we also had to work for my grandfather if he needed some work done. Unfortunately, my grandfather paid very, very little, and so we had to work like 10 times as hard to get the same amount of payment that we would get in a neighbor's farm. So anyhow, ingenuity aside, because we had our own clever techniques for trying to finish off the task as quickly as possible so that we could go and work, is that we had to learn the hard way that we must work hard and work completely to the end before we could earn our own money. And that's how I learned hard work pays. I learned that there is nothing that comes easy, that you have to work hard. So I grew up working hard in coffee farms, in carrying the coffee, in being left with the coffee in the evening when everybody else goes home to sell it. So just work that needed to be done, we just did it. But we worked enough to not only fulfill a requirement for my mother's assignments, but also to have extra cash. And we always had extra cash. When I was growing up, I always had extra cash in my pocket because we worked hard enough to be able to have a surplus. And that's an important principle to teach children, I think, that if you want to have cash, if you want to have surplus, you have to be prepared to work hard.